Some big news comes out of Hallis Hall that makes this upcoming offseason even more interesting. Bears rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, spoke to the media on Thursday and defended general manager Ryan Poles and told the media, quote, "He cares about us, the Chicago Bears, wanting to win, and that is why my faith is in him," unquote. Bold statement from the future of this franchise and entering a very big offseason this year. That sends a message to this team. If they're behind Caleb Williams, they're behind Poles as well, who is rumored to be either on the hot seat or not happy with President Kevin Warren. I'm here to break down the entire situation and how it impacts the offseason, and also my thoughts on Ryan Poles. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Before we get into today's show, hit that like button if you want a big offseason for the Chicago Bears this upcoming year in 2025, along with commenting below your thoughts of Ryan Poles as general manager, and if you have faith in him or not. And like free Bears news and notifications, hit that subscribe button. And if you do all three, you automatically enter to win a custom Chicago Bears jersey of your choice. Winner will be announced this Monday. So let's go into Caleb Williams' comments about Ryan Poles and also other players chipping in as well. So Caleb Williams is the latest Chicago Bear to publicly defend Ryan Poles and how he has done as the Chicago Bears general manager in putting this team together. Poles, who has received a ton of backlash lately for the Bears' 7-game losing streak, keeping Matt Eberflus instead of pursuing Jim Harbaugh, and various other factors and mistakes he's made and slow down this team's progression, gets some help from his current players. Williams came out this Thursday and said the amount he cares about us, the Chicago Bears, and wanting to win is why I have my faith in him, unquote. That is huge, especially coming from Caleb Williams, a captain, the future of this franchise. And it sends a message to the Chicago Bears fan base, to the locker room, and Kevin Warren and the McCaskies that if you're going to fire Ryan Poles this offseason, you're only going to make matters worse and stir up the locker room, which the Bears are in the 3rd year of their rebuild. Poles said he needed 3 years to do so. And we've seen this team make a ton of progression. You've seen Jalen Johnson come out and defend Ryan Poles. You've seen Keenan Allen come out and defend Ryan Poles. Cole Kmet, Tremaine, Edmunds. All these players talk very highly about the general manager and that he's put together a good team. They know that they're a good ball club and they're coming together. And I couldn't agree more. Ryan Poles has made his mistakes, though, but the good outweighs the bad, and that's why this is a crucial offseason. And he has the opportunity to get things right from a head coach, from a roster, from the trenches, and everything, and I'm happy to hear the players are defending him. So let's go into the bad of Ryan Poles, because again, I said the good outweighs the bad for sure. Well, to start things off, and I think this is going to change your mind about Ryan Poles as well. To start off with the bad, he has a 14-33 record as a general manager, which is not ideal. His big swings and misses I want to hit on. First of all, Nate Davis. Not his fault, though, that Nate Davis dealt with a family issue where he never mentally recovered. And I wish Nate Davis the best. I hope that he can get through this tough time in his life. But you can't put that on Ryan Poles, as Nate Davis was one of the best guards you could have gotten in the 2022 free agency period. Then Chase Claypool, trading a 2nd rounder for him that just obviously the Bears needed. Chase Claypool at the time was a solid and up-and-coming wide receiver, young, under 24 years old. And after he came to Chicago, his entire attitude changed that no one saw coming. Bears were 3-4 when they traded for Chase Claypool, and in Poles' mind, that was a let me get Justin Fields a weapon move. Let's see what this offense can do, and maybe this team can start winning some games. But due to Luke Getsy not being able to include Chase Claypool because he's Luke Getsy, along with Chase Claypool's attitude, it was a mess. And I try not to blame him too much for that, as he traded for the guy, obviously speaking to the general manager in Pittsburgh, and there was no reports about Claypool's attitude at the time. And then obviously the biggest bad one, Matt Eberflus and the coaching staff decisions that Poles has made. Sticking with him when they had a chance to get Jim Harbaugh was obviously a big, bold move, and it didn't work out in the Bears' favor. And also, Poles should have saw this, considering that Flus has never been a good challenger or game-time manager. But you also had the chance to get Jim Harbaugh, and you need to take that opportunity when you get it, because clearly Flus at the time only had 10 wins in 2 seasons. Poles has one last shot at getting this right, though, and he can clear the house from the coaching staff perspective and have the best offseason possible, but he has to get it right, and this is his last opportunity to do so. So let's go through the good, because I think that you guys need to just be reminded how good that Ryan Poles has been compared to previous general managers. First of all, he's never mortgaged this team like Ryan Pace did. Poles cleared the books, got rid of bad contracts, got draft picks. He didn't give up the entire future in dire cap. A lot of major factors that Ryan Pace did, and that's why the Bears walked into this offseason again with 4 picks in the top 3 rounds, top 5 cap for a third year in a row at $82.5 million at the moment, and potential big move at head coach. This is a great situation for a team that's only a few pieces away. Let's go into the cap. Bears have a top 5 cap every single year while Ryan Poles has been general manager and entering his 4th offseason now. He's done a pretty great job considering the players he already has under contract and still having top cap. Montez Sweat, Jalen Johnson, Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, Tremaine Edmunds, TJ Edwards, Kevin Byard, DeMarcus Walker, DeAndre Swift, and Keenan Allen that he has this year under contract could re-sign again. This allows the Bears to be able to re-sign their younger guys like Kyler Gordon, like Jaquan Brisker, bring back Keenan Allen, re-sign Javon Dexter in a few years, maybe even bring back Tevin Jenkins, shoot Stevenson's contract in a couple of years as well. He is so wise with money, and that's given the Bears the opportunity to go out and get young, top talent in free agency year in and year out and retain the players that they've been able to keep. Let's go through what he's done in the draft that's been good. Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, Javon Dexter Sr., Tyrique Stevenson. Yes, I know that's a toss-up, but he was pretty good his rookie year and has shown flashes this year still. Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Torrey Taylor, Roschon Johnson, Terrell Smith, Darnell Wright, Austin Booker, and Karan Amagaji, who we still don't know about, have had flashes as well. And shoot, even throw Braxton Jones in there. And he has not done a bad job drafting at all. Some of the guys has been big swings and misses, but they've all been later round guys anyway. But his early round picks, which we're not used to being good, absolutely has done a fantastic job there. And then quickly going into free agency and trades, he's done fine here as well. DeMarcus Walker, Kevin Byard, TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmunds, who's on thin ice this year, but had a good year last year. Josh Blackwell and Jalen Jones, great special teamers. Justin Jones, when he was on the team, missing his run-stopping ability. Andrew Billings, DeAndre Swift, Montez Sweat, Keenan Allen. And gosh, the Carolina trade from 2 years ago. You can't blame this guy. He's done a pretty darn good job. He's just been put in a bad situation because he was strapped to Matt Eberflus and probably was in his ear saying, oh, it's only been 2 years. You can't fire him yet. But the players that he's brought in, you give these guys a good coach, this team would be way better. And the fact that they were 4-2 at one point, in my opinion, is very darn impressive. Now, before I get into my final breakdown of Ryan Poles and my faith in him, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Authentico Organic Tequila, made in Guadalajara, Mexico, a U.S. startup based in Chicago and family-owned. Comes in 3 great flavors and is competitively priced for fantastic flavor. No additives in this stuff. It's truly 100% USDA organic. Make sure you go out to the link in the description now and get 10% off Authentico today and find Authentico near you. So do I have faith in Ryan Poles? Yes, I do. Going through that list, I mean, I've been critical of him over the last couple of weeks, but going over that list, I truly think this team is a few trench pieces away. So one more year, a good draft, good free agency period, and getting the best head coach possible, whether that's Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson, I don't care. But Ryan Poles, considering what he was handed, has done more work than Ryan Pace and Jerry Angelo ever did, and Phil Emery, in my personal opinion. It's thinning, though. I'm getting frustrated with him, but I do think that Poles is the guy to lead this team. And so many players are behind him as well. He's the one that built this culture, and the players are still bought in with him. That's very big. And he did the right decision firing Matt Eberflus, getting rid of Nate Davis, getting rid of Chase Claypool. You're going to swing and miss as a GM. I think he's had more wins than losses, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it as well. But with that, thank you as always for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. I really appreciate all your guys' support. Again, hit that like button if you haven't already. Put your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. Let's hit 22,000 subscribers because why not? With that, thank you as always for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.